Hello, BookTube. I'm Peg, the book prize addict, but today I'm not going to talk about book prizes so much as a wonderful experience I just had this last weekend. Actually, I've been absent here for a while because I didn't take my filming equipment along, but I've been gone 5 days on a trip to Washington, D.C. by train actually, the first reason was to go to Politics and Prose, the famous independent bookstore, where my booktuber friend Rachel Morrow was going to be in a book release event of the new anthology called District Lines that they put out, and with poetry and short stories and pictures of from different authors and artists. And they all have to do with the DC area. I did make a video on it just before this one, so you can probably look up it to see more about that. There's been four previous editions of this, and this is the 5th one, and it was so exciting when my booktube friend Rachel got noticed that her story had been accepted for it, her short story. Now here's Rachel. Actually, this is from a booktube video she made right after the event when she got home. So I know she got home okay, but she was still very happy, and it's fun to watch her reaction to all this. I'll put her link and the other booktuber that's going to be in here, Bill from Earnestly Eston, also is in this story of our meetup, and here's a picture of him. Now I've put links to both their what do you call it, booktube channels below, because they are some of my favorite, and they're serious readers and talk about wonderful books that I just happen to like too. So anyway, let's go on with the story of the wonderful weekend involving 2 different meetups I had. First of all, I want to say, if you ever get a chance to meet up with other booktubers, go for it. You always wonder, will they be like they are on videos, or, will we have anything to talk about? I'm telling you, if you like listening to their videos, you will love meeting them in person. I have never met people for the first time that I could just talk to. I mean, it was like we had been lifelong friends. It was the most wonderful experience. And I'm hoping to meet up with them again, and maybe other booktubers that might be in the Washington area or anywhere. Just go for it if you have a chance. These 2 have already made videos about our meetup, and Steve Donahue was kind enough to give us a shout out, especially for Rachel and her publishing coup on his channel, where he does what he used to do, where he goes through the weekly videos that have affected him or that he likes. So thanks a lot for that, Steve. I think Steve wished he could come. We did too. We wished he was there. Okay, so let's see. First of all, on Saturday, Bill and I decided we needed to have a pre-meetup because we have read several books. Buddy reads, and we read a lot of the same books. Actually, he reads them first, and then I like them, and I read them. But we knew we'd have lots of bookish talk we needed to get through before we met up with the other group. So he suggested, now Bill I knew was a vegan, and he suggested we meet at this place in a trendy area called DuPont Circle and have an Impossible Burger. Well, I had no idea what that was, but I knew he was a vegan, so I figured it was a meatless thing. So we got there, and he told me a little bit about this. This is the first time he'd ever had an Impossible Burger, and it's a new plant-based product that has been highly developed for quite a while, and Bill Gates, I guess he must be a vegan too, I don't know. Anyway, he has contributed lots of money and even tried to buy the company that is making this. Now, I've actually, when I got home after the fact, I looked up, it was such a good experience. I looked up Impossible Burger, and I've put the link below because it is a fantastic article on how this burger is made. It is not just a plain veggie burger. It is the closest thing to meat you could imagine, and it tells how they did it and gives you some of the interesting, if you're interested in that sort of thing at all. And Bill, you need to read this. Okay, but he did know quite a bit about it, and so I said, well, I'm not a vegan, but I'm going to order one too. So we each ordered them, and they're a little bit pricey, but when you see what's been put into the making of them, you'll understand. And so we got our vegan burgers. Now here he is with his. You can kind of see it looks pretty hamburgerish, doesn't it? And then I had him open it up, and here it just looks like a piece of cooked meat. It really does. It even was dripping juices onto the thing. And so I have to tell you, it was delicious. It tasted, I don't eat a lot of beef because I know it's not especially good for you, but I love a hamburger, and it was the most delicious hamburger I've ever had. It had all the good taste of beef without the greasy kind of feeling in it, and I was just crazy about it. I was talking so much about how I liked it. I forgot to ask if he liked it, but I did notice he ate all his. Anyway, so we were just talking books like crazy for a couple hours. We had such a great time. I think they were ready to kick us out. It was just a little place, and it was Saturday afternoon. So, but that was good that we had this pre-book talk to get ready for Sunday. Okay, now on Sunday we met up at Politics and Prose, which is a very famous independent bookstore in Washington, D.C., and it was the publisher of this book called District Lines. That's the name of this anthology that had come out, and it was the first time anybody had seen it, or the cover, or their work in progress. So when I got there, Rachel, the author, and Bill were already there and had their copy, and it was just fantastic. There was some poetry in it, and they had mainly the poetry people read it since it was shorter. But it was just really interesting. And Rachel's story, I'll show you. Here we all are. I'm going to try to put this on the thumbnail. So here we are all afterward with our copies. And Rachel's story, where did I put it? I thought I had it here. Oh, there it went. Okay. Okay, here's my copy, and it has different pictures or sometimes artist rendering each year. And this is again the row houses with the townhouses there probably on Capitol Hill. And Rachel's story was excellent. It's called Quarter Life. You can see where she signed it there for me. And of course I didn't get to read it until I got home, but it is really an excellent story. Its quarter life is used as you hear about the midlife crisis. Well, this is the quarter life, or the late 30-something, in this case, young women who are going through a crisis of what they wanted to do with their life. Did they want to stay in Washington, D.C. or go somewhere else? And it really evoked a lot of emotions in me of my own quarterly crisis way back then, when I too, in the early 30s, was trying to decide what I wanted to do with my life. So well done, Rachel. It was excellent. I can't wait to read her next thing out. Okay, so by the time the reading and all our chatting was finished, it was dark out, and Rachel and I both had to walk. It was almost a mile to the metro station. That's what the subway in D.C. is called. And Bill and his lovely husband, Luciano, offered to, well, first they were going to just drive us to the subway station, the metro station. Hi, Luciano. I really enjoyed meeting him, too. Let's see. So we got in their car, and we were going to the subway station. It started raining more and more. So Bill decided that since we would have to walk when we got off at the end of the trip, to our homes or where we were staying, he would drive us all the way across town to drive us all the way home. And we kept talking all the way. We just had such a good time, and that was so nice of him. After they let me out first, but I know they had to go back across town to where Rachel lives. But I know they made it because both of them put out great videos right after that about the experience. So I'll be getting back to talking about book prizes very soon. I'm getting behind. There's several good ones that have just come out, the contenders. So I'll be back with that soon, but I just really wanted to share this great time and encourage you all to get together with other booktubers if you have the chance. Okay, bye.